In fact, the question of transforming education is not new. It's been an outstanding question for so long. I remember reading a report led by, I think, a UNESCO team towards the end of the last century called Learning the Treasure Within. And in that book, they lay down the foundations of the pillars of learning, and they named them as, first, why do we learn? Learning to be, learning to do, learning to know, and learning to live together. And the chair of the commission was Jacques Delors then. Now, we're 25 years down the road, and the question remains, is why do we teach, why do our kids learn, and what are the true outcomes of learning? The question seems to be open. It is never closed. We never have a real final answer. I believe that we're overcomplicating matters a bit. We need to simplify it. And if I may add, if we say it is child-centric education, then we better mean it. At the center, there has to be the child, but the whole child, not his mind alone. The child is body, mind, heart, and soul. And he lives in the school. He doesn't go to study. He actually lives in the school community. So if we see schools, for example, if we agree to do the obvious and see schools are small communities where children live, and when you live in a community, you grow your emotional intelligence, your social intelligence, your cognitive intelligence, and so forth. So we need to have the school environment stimulating, enabling, safe, and supportive. But that is not rocket science. It's actually quite simple. I believe that the challenges for education is that the education system is sometimes unable to match the accelerated growth and development and innovations in other sectors. But by design, the education system is conservative. It is a bit rigid, vertically and horizontally, and it's a bit bureaucratic and heavy. Now, other sectors like ICTs, medicine, neuroscience, ocean science, environment are flying, and education is unable to cope. So we always have that kind of gap between where the world is going, life, and what education, public education is doing. We need to do systemic reform of the actual machine of the education system itself to be able to be more agile, more responsive, and faster learning. Look at life these days. Everybody caters for customer satisfaction, right? Corporates, presidents, parliament members, community leaders, they all worry about their constituency. And they're always trying to measure what they do, legislation, vis-a-vis public opinion. The only system in the universe that doesn't seem to care about customer satisfaction or feedback is education. If we allow children to be and to unfold, magic things can happen. So what I came up with way back, for example, is that schools are incubators for enlightened and engaged citizenship. So we see the child as a small citizen in a small community. We need to have an environment which caters for the differential array of typologies of kids, because kids are not the same. The way they process knowledge and information, the way they discern and make decisions, the way they express, is simply different by design. Just like you have fingerprints, which are unique, you have brain architecture, which is unique. We need to grow them to respect diversity as synonymous to life. Life by design is a very beautiful, diverse ecosystem. So children have to learn early on, not conflict resolution, to celebrate diversity. It's deeper than bearing, tolerating you.